There's one big thing our farmers don't want to tell everyone right now. Let's talk about it. So the world is in a food crisis right now. Everyone can see it. Food shortages, empty shelves. It's happening everywhere. At our favorite stores, Walmart, Costco. We see it everywhere we go. But what if I told you that it's deeper than the supply chain? It's deeper than the truckers. It's fundamental from where the food's coming from now that we're having issues. Because before, America's always been the breadbasket. We can produce enough. We're not going to go hungry. We have plenty of food here. You know, it might be inflated, but I'm really worried that it's going to be more than just inflation. It's going to be mass disruptions to the farm harvest and the yields that the farmers are going to get based on what they're experiencing right now. And this is real, guys. We have people in our own community, dozens of people that I'm going to get to in a little bit, that they're struggling right now. They're real farmers and they're not able to do what they need to do right now. So we're going to get to their stories in a little bit. And some of them, it's catastrophic. This is going to be it for them. So stay tuned for those stories at the end, because these are real people that we need to think about, and we need to figure out how we can help these people. This is from a Bloomberg article. For the first time ever, farmers the world over, all at the same time, are testing the limits of how little chemical fertilizer they can apply without devastating their yields come harvest time. Did you hear that? Early predictions are bleak. If you haven't heard about fertilizer has gone up 70%. 70% in a year. In 1 year, since last year, guys, since last planting season, fertilizer's up 70%. And the reason why this is happening is due to the supply chain issues, but also these economic sanctions are really causing a huge problem, because Russia is a huge producer of ammonium nitrate, which is used in industrial agriculture for nitrogen, for growing plants. It's something that is very critical, and they are a huge producer of it, one of the biggest producers in the world of it. So farmers are starting to feel the disruption, and it's leading them to do something very drastic, and it's going to have rippling effects on our food supply for years and years. It's going to take years to recover from this. So let's dive a little bit deeper. Quote, probably farmers will grow enough to feed themselves, but the question is what they will have to feed the cities. This is scary stuff, guys. This is getting really real. For billions of people around the world who don't work in agriculture, the global shortage of affordable fertilizer likely reads like a distant problem. In truth, it will leave no household unscathed. In even the least disruptive scenario, soaring prices for synthetic nutrients will result in lower crop yields and higher grocery store prices for everything from milk to beef to packaged foods for months or even years to come across the developed world. This is in the developed world. This is they're talking about you. And they said even in the least disruptive scenario, so bare minimum, that's what's going to happen. And this is what is probably actually what's going to happen, and what definitely could happen. And in developing economies already facing high levels of food insecurity, lower fertilizer use risk endangering malnutrition, political unrest, and ultimately the otherwise avoidable loss of human life. That's a nice way of saying people are going to starve to death over this. So this is what they said. How many farmers, especially small farmers, have cut their livestock numbers 80% plus due to cost of feed? It now costs me more money to feed my animals than I can sell them for. It's heartbreaking, guys. That is not counting for labor at all, just feed. So that's not even all the time he's putting in taking care of these animals every single day. A $180 bulk bag last year is now $385. That's over double. In 1 year, his feed cost just per bag has doubled. Man, it's insane. I know many small farmers like myself that are now growing our own family's food and no longer growing for the market. So did you hear that? They're growing our own family's food, but no longer growing for the market. That means that you're not getting their products. They're not producing for you and I anymore. They're stepping back and they're only producing what they can produce for their family. And honestly, the next year, they might not even be able to do that. That's the way it's looking like this, because feed prices are directly tied to fertilizer prices. The feed is just a crop that's grown with fertilizer. So all these things are connected, and fertilizer prices are directly tied to oil prices, because a lot of fertilizers are a byproduct of oil. That's why Russia's such a big producer of it. So all these things are interconnected. Gas goes up, fertilizer goes up, and then the cost to produce goes up. Production goes down because less fertilizer is used, less food is produced, less grain is available for the animals. Supply and demand, the price goes up because there's less available. This is just like, we're stuck in this cycle right now. This is insane. It's hard to even like jumble it all in your head, all these different things. And then the truckers can't get parts, and they can't deliver the goods, and all these, there's just so many things going on. It's really hard to, it's almost overwhelming to really process it all. So what are you guys hearing? Are you guys hearing that farmers are getting out of the business? Are you a farmer? Do you have a small farm? Do you know any? What do you think about this? Do you think farmers are gonna continue to operate when they're operating at a loss? Who would do that? What business? Why are farmers expected to operate at a loss, but no other businesses? It's like people think it's charity or something when it's the basis of society. It's probably the most important job we have, is to feed people. So let me know what you guys think. What are you seeing in your shelves? Because this is going to make these shelves even more empty and prices even higher, and the packages even smaller. This is coordinated, guys. This is all part of something a lot bigger going on that we all know what it is. So hit that thumbs up, hit that notification, that subscribe, guys. You guys are rocking it on the subscribe and everything, and the views and everything. You guys are freaking awesome, man. Seriously, it's incredible. Thank you guys for that. And you guys have a blessed day. Thanks, guys.